Good evening, Campfire crew. This is Tony checking in from the cook table. It's Friday. It's so cloudy out here that it's crazy, and we're expecting rain. I've come to the conclusion it only rains on the weekend when you want to go do stuff. So since we can't really get out and go hit one of those management areas and go camp because of how bad the weather's going to get, we're going to go ahead and cook something in the yard. So I thought about what could we cook, and hey, we've got some ribs in the refrigerator. So let's cook some Dutch oven ribs and see how they turn out. There's no telling how much money we save on charcoal lighter. So those are all ryegrass seeds. I couldn't find any paper, so I found half a ryegrass paper sack. So we'll light us some charcoal off of a ryegrass sack. Okay, while the charcoals are getting ready, I'm going to go get the ribs prepared and get those out here. Okay, looks like the coals are real close. So let's get them out. I know the ones on the top are not, but the ones on the bottom are, and we don't want them all to burn up before we have time to get them cooking. We need a hanger for the chimney when it's hot. Oh. Did y'all know that? So look how that handle's made. I did not know that thing would hang on the side of a table. Now, is that what it's supposed to do? Is that what that's supposed to do, or am I making that up? Sweet, either way you look at it. All right, coals are cooking good. We're gonna separate some coals out, and we're fixing to put some ribs on. All right, that's got us like 9 coals down on the bottom. We're gonna go ahead and let this thing be warming up. Get our lid off. Okay, so I've watched multiple videos on how to cook ribs in cast iron. So the first thing that typically most people do is get some kind of base down on top of your steel. You can't lay your ribs directly down on top of the the metal because it burns your ribs. So you give it some kind of base and some kind of liquid. So we've got some potatoes. Kat cut us up, or she washed us some potatoes. We're not gonna cut them real thick. We want to get them where they're big enough to get got a cutting board and not using it. So we're going to spread those out pretty evenly around the bottom. Going to get us a couple down there. Very nice. All right, we got us a good base of potatoes down in the bottom. You know what? Let's cut one more up. Left us one potato. So inside in the kitchen, we got our ribs ready. We have got some rub on them, and we've got a little bit of olive oil on them. When we lay our ribs in, we want to get our ribs in where they're up on top of those potatoes. Oh, that's looking good. Okay. Got a good layer of ribs down. Now we're going to put some carrots in on top. Okay, so you put some type of soda in there to give it a kind of a sweeter taste and a little bit of acidic on top of your meat, and it helps to break your meat down. A lot of people like to use Dr. Pepper or Coke, but at my house, we Pepsi people. So we're gonna put a couple of cans of Pepsi in on top to give us some moisture down in the bottom of the pan. So as these ribs start to cook, the moisture in that Pepsi will start saturating the meat. Very nice. And I have a treat. So in this jar, Kat has some friends that their names are Cog Hill, and they have a honey company. So you guys should, if y'all like good honey, you guys should go check out Cog Hill Honey and order some honey. This is natural grown honey, or it's local honey, and it's real good. We're gonna put and drizzle a little bit of honey on top of our carrots and on top of our ribs. There we go. Cog Hill honey. Okay. Now let's get our coals up on top, and we'll have this thing ready to cook. We're going to put about 18 coals up on the top, and this thing's going to take somewhere around 3 hours to cook. Can y'all hear all them chickens? All right, there's us close to 20 coals, somewhere in that neighborhood. We are gonna let this thing cook. So while it's cooking, I wanna do something else. So y'all saw when I set this small skillet up on top of those coals. I want to put us a little bit of oil May have to put us a few more coals under there. So did y'all see how we left one potato? We're gonna see if we can fry a potato on charcoal, or if we make a greasy mess. Okay, I want to show you the potatoes cooking. It's pretty sweet, ain't it? Y'all see old man frying them potatoes on top of some charcoal? That's pretty sweet. This cook table is awesome. So I made a short video of this, but I want you to be able to see what I'm talking about. Do y'all see how high this stand is and how short this stand is? These stands are made with removable feet, or the feet are actually 1/2-inch bolts. So the bottom side of them have nuts welded to the bottom side of the frame. So I can literally unscrew the 1/2-inch bolt leg and change it with a shorter leg, or in this case, even a real short leg. So I've got the potatoes, the skillet with the potatoes, they've got about a 1-inch bolt, maybe something like that in it, and it's sitting down real close, about 1 inch above the charcoal, and it's literally got those potatoes frying. This thing is gonna be delicious. I can't believe how well that's working. Hey, my friend Peter Pat, what about frying potatoes over charcoal? Isn't that crazy? Okay, Campfire crew, everything's cooking good, and I'm fixing to put a little salt on the potatoes. So, remember, when I put salt on anything, I like to sprinkle some out in my hand. If I get it open, sprinkle some out in my hand, and I like to take my fingers and sprinkle it on my food. Can anybody tell me why I do that? So in a video before this one, I mentioned why I do that. If you know why I sprinkle salt in my hand before I put it on my food, leave me a message down in the comment section. So that's a minced onion that Cat got me. I don't know if I like minced onion or not on top of fried potatoes, but we'll see. You cook it outside, you can put anything you want to on top of your food, and it's always good. They're cooking good. They're not browned yet, but they're getting there. Oh yeah, they're starting to brown. Let's put a little minced onion on that side too. So those ribs take about 3 hours to cook. The potatoes will give us something to snack on. Well, it smells good. You wouldn't believe how good that smells cooking with those potatoes. I think the potatoes are probably done enough. They're trying to fall apart. So I'm going to go ahead and get them out, and we're going to test drive these things. They look good. Not all of them are real dark brown, but they look good.
What are we eating?
I cooked some potatoes. They're probably hot.
What's that dark brown one?
Yeah. I cooked some potatoes in an iron skillet on top of that short rack.
Oh, nice.
I just got them out of the grease.
Oh, they've got minced onion on them. I love it. Those are good.
Y'all see her sneak around and get my potatoes? She ain't been around here all day, and as soon as something gets done,
Oh, it's hot though.
she's gonna roll up over here and get on somebody's potatoes. What you gonna do?
Mama's hungry.
Okay, we're gonna let the small skillet cool down, and right now we've got the Dutch oven with the ribs in it. They're cooking, they're doing a good job. We're gonna eat a potato and go hang out for a few minutes because we were hot.
They're very hot.
We've still got about 2.5 hours on the ribs. So I'll have to come out here in about 30 more minutes and make some more charcoal and keep the Dutch oven up to temperature. But I can tell you this, can y'all see the smoke coming out from around the rim? These things smell delicious. They already smell good. What do you think? Should we take a sneak peek before we?
I'm all about sneaking peek.
Let's get a little peek, see what they look like.
They look delicious.
Can y'all see that? Go lean that camera over here because they're not gonna believe this.
They're already pulling from the bone, aren't they?
Yep. Okay, Campfire crew, we got us a new batch of coals made. And the other ones are just about burned up. I come out here and checked it, and I probably should have come a few minutes earlier. So these are getting there. Could probably stand a little more, but we fixing to use them. So I bought these from the thrift store the other day. These darn things are so tight, you can barely mash them together. I'm gonna have to try to bend them or something. It takes 2 hands to just about to depress them. I may have to relight those. I'm not gonna let that burn long enough. Okay, we got some really good heat going. We're gonna let her cook for real close to another 1.25 hours, 1.5 hours, and we're gonna open this thing up. So we'll probably we'll probably have to come out one more time and put coals on it. So we're gonna give it just a few minutes, or we're gonna give it about 30 or 45 minutes, and we'll come back out and check them and make sure our coals are doing well, and then we're gonna see what this thing tastes like. Okay, Campfire crew, it's been about almost 2 hours now that the ribs have been cooking. They are beef ribs and not pork ribs. I think earlier I said pork ribs, but they're beef ribs, so they're not gonna take 3 hours like a pork rib would. So I wanna get the lid off of this thing and let you look at them. These things look delicious, and they are falling off of the bone. So let's get this lid opened up and let y'all see what we got going on in here. Did y'all see that? So the juices out of the meat and the Pepsi that we put in, there's still some moisture in, and they are cooking nicely. Beef ribs. All right, Campfire crew, we appreciate y'all watching the video. Hey, listen, it's just old folks trying to do something different. We all got room to get off the couch. We all got room to go do something new and do something different. Listen, go try some new things. I've never in my life cooked beef ribs. I never cooked a chicken in a Dutch oven. I've never cooked biscuits in a Dutch oven. It's extremely enjoyable. So if you a guy that somewhere's around my age that is not as active as you used to be, find something different to do. Get up off the couch, go do some stuff that's fun. Go try something new. Try to find something that you hadn't never done before. Doing these kind of things is awesome. And listen, life's an adventure. Don't get caught sitting at home.